Traders keep losing money even after watching hundreds of videos, reading thick books, buying expensive courses, and testing strategy after strategy. Does the same painful pattern repeat over and over again? Excitement at the start, confidence after a few wins, then one big loss, then frustration, then revenge trading, finally a blown account. At some point, you have to stop and ask yourself an uncomfortable question. What if the problem isn't the strategy? Traders don't fail because they lack information. In today's world, information is everywhere. You can learn chart patterns in a day. You can memorize indicators in a week. You can copy someone else's system in minutes, yet accounts keep shrinking, confidence keeps dropping, motivation keeps fading. So what's really going on? The truth is simple, hard to accept. Trading is not a strategy problem, it is a behavior problem. More than 100 years ago, Jesse Livermore made and lost fortunes that would equal billions today. He understood market patterns better than most people ever will. He knew timing, he knew momentum, he knew how crowds behaved, and still, he went bankrupt multiple times. Why? Even with all that knowledge, he struggled with the same emotions modern traders struggle with today: greed, fear, ego, impatience, and overconfidence. That should tell you something powerful. If one of the greatest traders in history could lose control and pay the price, what makes us think we are immune? The market has changed in technology and access, but human psychology has not changed at all. Greed still whispers, just a little more. Fear still screams, get out now. Ego still says, you can't be wrong, still says, it will come back. And those voices are louder than any indicator on your screen. Most traders begin with a dream. They imagine quitting their job within months. They picture checking their phone and seeing profits stacking up while they sit at home. They imagine freedom, flexible schedules, financial security. Social media makes it look easy. Screenshots of profits, luxury lifestyles. Bold claims of turning small accounts into huge ones in weeks. But what you rarely see is the discipline behind real success. See the boring days, the no-trade days, the small losses accepted quietly, the strict risk management, the emotional battles won in silence. You see the highlight reel process, and because of that, expectations become unrealistic. When your first few trades win, confidence explodes. You start increasing position size. You feel like you've figured it out, then the market humbles you. One loss turns into two, two turns into five. Instead of reducing size, you increase it to make it back. That's when damage happens. The market does not punish mistakes immediately. Sometimes it rewards them first, and that is dangerous. You can break your rules and still win. You can risk too much and still profit. You can move your stop loss and still get lucky. When that happens, your brain learns the wrong lesson, that discipline is optional. But eventually, probability catches up. A single oversized loss can wipe out weeks of careful gains, and then frustration takes over. You blame the market, you blame manipulation, you blame news, you blame bad luck. But deep down, if you're honest, you broke your rules. That's where real growth begins, radical honesty. If you want to change your results, you must first take complete ownership. No excuses, no blaming, no stories, just facts. Did you follow your plan? Did you respect your stop loss? Did you risk a consistent percentage? Did you trade only your setup? If the answer is no, then the outcome doesn't matter. Even if you made money, it was a bad trade. Idea is hard to accept. We are conditioned to judge results, not process. If you win, it feels good. If you lose, it feels bad. But in trading, a good trade can lose money, and a bad trade can make money. The only thing that matters long-term is consistency of behavior. Think about it this way. A casino doesn't panic after a few players win. It doesn't double its bets out of frustration. It doesn't change rules randomly. It sticks to its edge. It knows that over time, probability works in its favor. Is the mindset you must build. Professional trading is boring. It is repetitive. It is structured. It is disciplined. If your trading feels exciting and emotional, you are probably gambling. Let's talk about risk. Risk management is not attractive. It doesn't look exciting on social media. But it is the foundation of survival. Survival is the first goal. If you risk 10% of your account per trade, 10 losses in a row will destroy you. And losing streaks happen to everyone. Even the best traders experience them. Risk 1% per trade, 10 losses only cost you 10%. That is painful, but recoverable. Small risk keeps you alive long enough to improve. Most beginners focus on how much they can make. Professionals focus on how much they can lose. Because losses are guaranteed. The question is not if you will lose. It is how much you will lose when you are wrong. Cut losses quickly. First loss is always the smallest. When price hits your stop, exit. No hesitation, no negotiation, no moving it further away. That tiny act of discipline protects your future. And hoping feels easier in the moment. Closing feels painful. But small pain now prevents large pain later. Patience is another missing piece. You do not need to trade every day. You do not need to catch every move. The market creates endless opportunities, but not all of them are yours. Find one setup that fits your personality. Maybe it's breakouts, pullbacks. Maybe it's range trading. Master one before adding another. When your setup appears, you act without hesitation. When it does not, you wait without frustration. Is a skill, and it separates amateurs from professionals. Boredom leads to bad trades. Many traders lose money not because of bad analysis, but because they are tired of waiting. Force action. They convince themselves that a mediocre setup is good enough. It rarely is. No trade is better than a low-quality trade. Silence your ego. Ego is subtle, doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. It tells you to add to a losing trade because you know it will reverse. It tells you not to take a stop loss because you can't be wrong. It tells you to increase size because this one feels certain. The market does not care how certain you feel. Add to winners, not losers. If price moves in your favor and confirms your idea, you can scale in carefully according to your plan. Throwing more money at a losing position is usually ego trying to avoid being wrong. Being wrong is part of trading. Accept it quickly. Another key habit is journaling. Every trade, enter it. Risk percentage, setup type, emotional state. Did you follow your rules? At first, journaling feels unnecessary, but over time patterns appear. You may notice that you lose most money during certain hours, or after 2 consecutive wins, or when you are tired, or when you increase size. Self-awareness creates control. Without data, on memory, and memory is biased. You remember big wins. You forget small mistakes. A journal shows truth without emotion. Build daily rituals. Before the market opens, review key levels. Define your setups. Decide your maximum risk for the day. Visualize following your rules. Prepare mentally for losses. Accept them in advance. After the market closes, review it. Even no trade days. Especially no trade days. Did you avoid forcing trades? That is a win. Ritual builds structure. Structure reduces emotional chaos. Talk about losing streaks. They will happen. When they do, your confidence will drop. Doubt will creep in. You will question your strategy. You will be tempted to change everything. Is where discipline matters most. If you have tested your system properly and it has a statistical edge, then short-term losses are normal. Stick to the plan. Reduce size if needed. Do not abandon structure out of fear. On the other hand, if you realize you never truly tested your system and you are trading randomly, then stop. Go back. Backtest. Demo trade. Guide. Confidence should come from evidence, not emotion. Now let's address something deeper. Why do many traders sabotage themselves? Because trading exposes insecurity, exposes impatience, it exposes need for validation, it exposes fear of missing out, it exposes desire to be right. In most careers, effort equals reward over time. In trading, effort does not guarantee profit in the short term. You can do everything right and still lose money today. That uncertainty is uncomfortable. So people try to control what they cannot control. They move stops, they exit early, they overtrade. But the only thing you truly control is execution. Shift your focus from outcome to process. Instead of asking, how much did I make today? Ask, did I execute perfectly today? If you execute perfectly and lose money, that is still progress. Because consistency of execution is what produces long-term profitability. Think in months and years, not days. Most people underestimate how long it takes to become consistently profitable. It is not a 3-month project. For many, it takes years. That doesn't mean it is impossible. It means it requires patience. Treat it like becoming a doctor or engineer. Not expect mastery in a few months. Trading is no different. Now imagine committing to a 30-day reset. For 30 days, you follow strict rules. Risk 1% per trade. Trade only your primary setup. No moving stops. No increasing size impulsively. Journal daily. Review weekly. Even if you lose money during those 30 days, something more important will grow: discipline. And discipline compounds faster than profits. By the end of 30 days, you will have proof. Proof that you can control yourself, that you can follow a plan. Proof that you can survive volatility without emotional collapse. That proof builds real confidence. Not the loud confidence that disappears after one loss. Confidence, stable confidence. The kind that says, I don't need to win today, I just need to execute. Trading success is not built on excitement. It is built on repetition. Time you respect your stop loss, it feels painful. The 10th time, it feels normal. The 100th time, it becomes automatic. Identity shifts slowly. At first, you are someone trying to be disciplined. Then you become someone who values discipline. Eventually, you become someone who simply is disciplined. And that changes everything. Because in the end, you do not beat the market. You beat your impulses. The market is neutral. It moves based on supply and demand. It does not know your account size, not care about your previous loss. It does not target you. When you stop taking losses personally, emotional intensity drops. A stopped-out trade is not a failure. It is business expense. A store pays rent even on slow days. A trader pays small losses even during choppy markets. The goal is not to avoid losses. It is to avoid catastrophic losses. Go of the fantasy of fast money. Replace it with the mindset of steady growth. Small, consistent gains, protected by strict risk control, build accounts over time. Risky bets destroy them quickly. If you truly want freedom through trading, you must first accept structure. If you want flexibility later, you must embrace discipline now. So ask yourself honestly, are you trading to feel excitement? Are you trading to prove something? Are you trading to escape quickly? Or are you trading to build skill patiently? It determines your future. The path is not glamorous. It is quiet. It is repetitive. It is sometimes frustrating. But it works. Control risk. Follow your plan. Journal your behavior. Accept small losses. Wait for quality setups. Think long term. Do that long enough and results follow. The market will always test you. Every test is an opportunity to strengthen discipline. And once discipline becomes stronger than emotion, consistency becomes possible. So the real question is not whether the market is beatable. The real question is whether you are ready to master yourself. Because that is where real profitability begins.